Hey guys, Megan here, and time for another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about Shadow Kiss by Richelle Mead. This is book 3 in the Vampire Academy series. So, in this book we are coming closer and closer to the end of Rose's senior year. Rose and Lissa, if you want me more specific. And the Guardian novices are going to be going on this field expedition that they have to go through to graduate, where they are assigned a Moroi student to basically follow around and guard as if they were an actual guardian on duty. So during this time, the Guardian novices have no classes. They are just supposed to follow their Moroi around and protect them from the grown-up guardians, because the grown-up guardians are going to be pretending to be Strigoi, dressed in all black, and they're going to go after, Moroi students randomly, and it's supposed to be up to the novices to fight and basically protect their Moroi charges. Now, Rose is all excited for this. She's been looking forward to this since, ever, and she is so confident that she is going to be Alyssa's guardian, both in real life as well as this field expedition. So, she has that kind of big schoolwork thing going on. She's also trying to deal with this whole, romance thing with Dimitri, and it's horrible for them both, but they're managing. Not only that, the trial for Victor, who, from the first book, who basically wanted to use Lissa as his own personal healer, she has not gone on trial yet, and Rose finds out about this, and she's freaked out, especially since her and Lissa are not invited to the trial to testify, which doesn't make any sense, because Lissa is, the victim here, and Rose is, her best friend and was there for it all. So, they should freaking testify. Adrian is still hanging around St. Vladimir's Academy, trying to learn more about spirit with Lissa. He's constantly hitting on Rose, and I love the, interactions between them. I don't know why, I just find it really amusing and fun to read. And not only that, on top of all this, Rose has been really moody lately. She has no idea why, and she's also been seeing Mason's ghost. So in this book, she's dealing with all that kind of roll up into this horrible ball of stress and anxiety and bad feelings. Not the best synopsis, but that's all I'm going to give without going into spoilers, which, speaking of, I'm going to be going into right now. So if you do not want spoilers for this book, I highly suggest you click away now and read the book and come back and join us after. So unfortunately for Rose, she is not assigned Lissa for the expedition. She is actually assigned Christian, which, if she thought about things quickly, isn't that bad since him and Lissa are always together anyway. So, no big deal. But she is so pissed off and throws a huge fit about this, but she eventually, is like, okay, this could be worse. I could have someone like Jessie. Unfortunately for her, the whole ghost-seeing Mason thing interferes with her field experience. When one of the Guardians go after Christian, she totally freezes up because she sees Mason's ghost, and it's just she can't do anything, and she fails to protect her Moroi. Which, wouldn't be that bad, because, it is practice, after all. But since she froze up and didn't do anything, added with the hissy fit she threw when she was assigned Christian, doesn't look good for her. So some of the Guardians think that she purposely did that to endanger her Moroi. And even if it's just a field expedition, any Damper with that kind of mindset should not be a Guardian. That's serious business. So there's this huge, fuss about that, and just chaos, and a few other things happen, which I'm not going to go into, because that would eat up a whole bunch of time. But eventually, they drag Rose to the doctor of the academy, and the doctor's like, first off, it's stupid of you guys kind of push Rose and Eddie and Christian into this kind of thing with the whole Strigoi thing they dealt with, aka in the last book. She has post-traumatic stress. It's kind of to be expected with someone her age going through all that. And Rose is just like, no, it's not post-traumatic stress. It's not. But, of course, Rose's word isn't gonna mean crap. They kind of make a deal with everybody, like, okay, you'll go on the expedition half-time if you go see a counselor and all this other little things. So Rose smartly accepts this, because if she doesn't do her expedition, she does not graduate. And if she doesn't graduate, she can't be a guardian. I do like how in this book, Rose starts to come to the realization that she doesn't want to focus her entire life around the Moroi. The Hampers have this code. They come first. The Moroi come first. But Rose is starting to come to the realization that she wants to come first once in a while. She wants to put herself first. Just for a few things here and there, which there is nothing wrong with. Now, like, at the end of this, she does have kind of a little, like, venting session to Lissa. But I'll get to that in a little bit. So things are pretty intense in this book. Dimitri and Rose finally freaking get together. It only took 3 books. But at the same time, since there are 2 more books, I believe there are 2 more books in this series, things don't seem that good for Dimitri or Rose, since if they come together halfway through the series or sooner, chances are good there's going to be something bad happening soon. And yes, there's this huge Strigoi attack on the school. The wards around the school broke and faded or something. It's explained in the book. I'm not going to go into it now. Meaning this huge group of Strigoi, this unheard of large group of Strigoi, breaks into the school and tries to kill and take as many Moroi into Hampers as they can. Now, Rose, she finds out that Christian is still out and about on campus when this happens. So Rose, hearing Christian is still out and about on campus, just goes out there. She doesn't care what the other guardians say. She is going out there. Even though the field experience is just a practice run, Christian is still her charge, and she cannot have him out there at risk. So she tracks down Christian and is about to try and get him to go to the church because Strigoi can't go on hallowed ground. But he's like, Rose, between the 2 of us, we can take out a fair amount of Strigoi between his fire magic and her guardian skills. So she's like, you're right. Let's do this. Run to the elementary campus and try and help the guardians there fend off the Strigoi. A lot of the Strigoi are there, because easy pickings there. So the battle goes on for a while. And just, Rose is so intense and such a badass. Between her and Christian, they take out most of the Strigoi around the elementary school campus. So, holy crap. See, this is what happens when the Moroi and the Hampers work together to take out Strigoi. They kick ass. So, there are some losses, and there's a group of, 10 to 13 Hampers and Moroi missing. The Strigoi took them with them for snacks for later, and they find out where they're hiding thanks to Mason. And the Hamper Guardians, along with some magic using Moroi, because they realize, yeah, this is kind of useful having, Moroi and Hampers working together. So they take a search party and go out to the caves behind the school where the Strigoi are hiding, and they stage a rescue. Dampierre, why do I keep saying to Hamper? Dampierre. So, Rose is part of the search party. She goes with them. They save the Moroi students. And as they're running out of the caves into the sunlight to try and get to safety, there's this one last, group of Strigoi that come out at the last minute, and oh man, it's horrible. Dimitri was part of the search party too. They take him, and all we see was him being dragged to the ground and being bitten and drained by a Strigoi. And that's all Rose is aware of, because she's, screaming and trying to get in there to save him, while, her mom, who came to help, is, dragging her away, saying, no, he's dead, he's a goner. So, the next day, they go back to try and get the remaining bodies of their fallen comrades and everything, and lo and behold, Dimitri's body isn't there. So Rose does the one thing she can think of. She goes off school grounds and tries to talk to Mason. And Mason reveals that Dimitri isn't dead, and he's not alive either, meaning he is Strigoi. The Strigoi who dragged him to the ground and drank from him turned him into a Strigoi. So at the very end, we end with Rose leaving the school. She's dropping out to go hunt down Dimitri and basically kill him. Lissa tries to talk her out of it, and Rose is just like, no, I have to do this. I have to do this for him. And Lissa's all like, what about me? What about me? You're just gonna leave me behind? And of course, Rose kind of blows up at her, saying like, I want to put myself first before. It's not always about you. I'm going to do this for myself and for him. I'm doing this, end the story. And just, I was like getting all teary at that part, because here are these two best friends who have been best friends their like entire lives. And this kind of fight you don't just kiss and make up for. This kind of fight and choice, I think it could potentially cause some serious damage to their friendship. So I guess the next book we're going to be seeing a lot of her trying to find Dimitri. So I'm looking forward to that, getting a different setting other than the royal court or St. Vladimir's. A little something different. So I thought this book was pretty good. Things are getting serious, as well as a bit darker now. Like in the last book, we could sense things getting more darker because there's more death, and the whole reality of what being a guardian means was like being drilled into our heads more. Loving this series. I highly recommend it if you have not picked it up already, and if you haven't, what have you been doing with your life? Like, really. So, yes, I will see you guys next time. So, yeah. Bye.